Nice. Actually, now the fun part. TikTok live. So welcome everyone. Today we are trying again to leetcode, which is going to be basically the hard parts that we left from yesterday. Nice. So now I see that TikTok is working. Oh my gosh, my hair is so long. And let's go. Go live. All right, we're gonna pop in the chat. Nice. Oh, what just happens? Yeah. So we're waiting for people to join actually, and then we start. First thing we do, we check Kick and we check Twitch for everything is good. And also we check, I need to go to WSL. Nice. All is great. We are already live. All is great. We are already live. Nice. All right. So today we are going to continue to leetcode. We are looking for some people to join from TikTok as always. Yeah. Seems like TikTok is working the best when it comes to leetcoding. A lot of people there are actually interested in what we're doing. Why actually LS did this, I don't know, whatever. CD learning, I think yesterday we did training, yeah, and then we left here. Let me open Tmux, that's better. Let me do, I should have then done Tmux LS, I think, but anyway, yeah. Maybe I'll try. Oh, anyway, I think I need to create two of them. Yeah, I'll show you how I do that. Maybe wait for some other people to join and then I will show you how I do Tmux. Maybe some of you doesn't know how it's configured, but it would be actually a good thing to talk about a tool while nobody's here, so then we can move on. Yeah, so let's go. Nice. Twitch as well. Yeah. Yeah, I actually, like, I am the worst, I think, when it comes to actually given access to stuff, and also live stream, because I don't know a lot. I don't even know how to set up a mod, but yet I added it. All right, let me see if I can do it now. I can flag people. I can, yeah, mod action this user. I don't know, maybe I don't have it. I don't have it at all, I think. But yeah, maybe I can manage here, show mod icon. I really don't know how to do it. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Anyway, I will maybe do it in the middle of the stream. All right, we're waiting more for some people to join. In the meanwhile, I'll show you actually my config for Tmux. I think if I go here, ls, oh, that's too much. Why is that like that? Even though that I'm WSL actually, or I think, yeah, because it's mixed between WSL and, yeah. I can show you this and I will explain it in a second, basically. Yeah, all right, then we can do it together. Oh, already 10 people watching there, nice. We wait more a bit and then we start. Yeah, I know. It makes sense. But yeah, when I hover over any of the names, I actually don't see any any actions to make anybody a mod or something like that. But seems like I see invitations and stuff, but not mods. Maybe in the configs, chat highlight, mod view. Ah, okay, then maybe, I don't know this. Alright, so here, report, warn, whisper, timeout. No, I don't have that, sadly. Yeah. Alright, cool. So now we see we see someone asked, show us how to hack. That's a good question, actually. You know, I cannot show you that because it's not one of my expertise. I'm actually doing just web development for today. But if you want, keep the follow. I will maybe tomorrow or after actually specialize some time to show something about hacking. And yeah, why not, actually. I'll show you how to create maybe a reverse shell or something like that, something small. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, yesterday actually I had around 300 people actually following, which will be great to have the same every day. So I'm committing to this. I'm committing to live streaming every day. And yeah, Romero, I will try to actually show you how to hack. I think keep up, because today we have to do something that I promised to do yesterday. And we already had an event for that. So yeah, tomorrow maybe I can start with that. Same time always, and I will show you a lot of stuff. All right. Alright, so let me set some mods then. He said that I can mod someone and then say, okay. Should I put it into, should it be into curly braces? And then, okay, username. I don't see that correctly. Let me copy your username though. Okay, here you go. I'll try to copy it and then put it here. Paste, chat. All right, nice, it's done. Let's go. All right, so let's start today with talking a bit about Tmax. So if you're saying I can switch screen like this, and even though that I'm on terminal, the good thing about switching screens is that you can code here, and you can say, for example, here that you run the app, right? So whenever you run your app, basically here, you have something else here to edit, and whenever you edit, your app is running live, basically, right? So the thing about this is that sometimes you need not only one, not two, you need a lot, right? A lot of sessions, one to monitor something, one to code something, right? So what you can do with Tmax is to actually go and configure. Tmax is a plugin, by the way. If I go here again and I show you what kind of plugins I use plenty of plugins. I think you will see only these on the screen right now. FZF it's called Fuzzy Finders for finding files, and I have also, for example, bzip for zipping, ACL, Berkeley. I actually don't know much of these. CA certificates probably for HTTPS stuff. Fish is what kind of terminal that I'm using right now. It's called Fish Terminal. It comes with a lot of good custom stuff, and GH, for example, is for GitHub, which is a small plugin. If you type GH like this, it tells you what you can do with it, and it's a really cool thing to have, because however you manage your terminal, it becomes easier and easier. So right now I'll try and actually to click on Control B and N for next, and then I see the other terminal that I prepared, the other session for editing. So here, for example, I have to bind some of the stuff. So I would say, hey, whenever I actually do Control and B, which is my leader point, or which is my main control key, when I do Control B and then I do, for example, dash, it will split the terminal into two terminals, as you see. If I do arrow, I think it will split it horizontally, but I think you cannot see it in the screen. But anyway, it's kind of like that's things that you do. For example, Control B R will refresh whole Tmux, so it flickered a bit if you saw it. Also, the default terminal, I would give it always the to overrides, like for Tmux colors to use the 256 color palettes, so I can put RGBs colors into stuff. And then comes here some of the stuff. So for example, if I do again like this and I want to make this bigger, right, I would go Control B K or Control B G for going down. So as you see, and when I do like this, I can move between them. I went up and now I'm here. Now if I do escape and then Control K or J, because whatever you type here, because you have only two, it will jump, then I can be here, right? So again, exit from here. So these all you modify yourself. You open up and you start editing yourself, and you make them actually very customizable. So now I will ask some of the questions that I see in the chat. What language is this? What you're seeing right now is actually Bash language. It's not kind of like specific language for certain stuff, but it's not Java or anything. This is kind of like the configurator language for terminals, which is usually either Bash. When you see set, unbind, these kind of words, keywords, it's Bash. Bash is a really known actually language, and you do configuration with it. All right. So what software are you working with? That's a good question. Actually, right now working with a terminal. Basically, I'm working with no software. But what you're seeing right now in the screen is actually a configuration for NeoVim. It's a text editor that I made custom. Basically, now you can see me doing stuff like, for example, if I am on the unbind part and I say V inside word, I will be selecting that word. If I do Control V or Control actually, or Mash V, I think Mash V, it will be like this. I select the whole line. If I'm selecting a whole line and I go, for example, 3J, I will go 3 below. If I go 3K, I will go 3 up. Again, if I do it, I will go 3 up. So it's kind of like things that you memorize and it will make you faster. So let's say you want to select the whole page, right? You go like this, GG, you go up, and then Control V, and then Control G, and then Y. So then you select the whole page. There's too many things you can do that. For example, I am at the end of the line. Let's go GG again, or like that. I am at the end of the line and I want to center the screen. So I press ZT and I center. If I press ZZ again, then I will be literally in the center of my screen, of my custom screen, which is a 4K one. So if I want this to be like here, if I want to jump 10 lines, I will go 10K and it goes up. And you get accustomed to this stuff and you will start doing them. And you tell me, but why should you do this? You have VS Code, you can select with the mouse. Make sure that actually right now I am not taking my hands out of the keyboard at all while I'm streaming. So it is really cool. I can switch between, if you see in my on my face, I flash stuff like this. I switch between screens as much as I can, and I actually can do it very fast. Yeah, cool. So do you work in IT? Yes, I'm a senior dev at Adobe, also senior dev at SFC, 2 companies. I'm working as a contractor for other stuff. Sometimes I fix bugs and stuff like that. And yeah, I work in IT. I work as a software developer. So let's go and answer more questions though. What software I work in? That's the MVim, as I said. Is this assembly? No, the yellow, it's Bash basically, and we are just doing that for a configuration for Tmux. Yeah, so I showed you Tmux and this is how it goes. Now, after you do all of this, now I will use this stuff that I did. So you will see now if I do Control B and $, there will be a rename session literally here, if you see it somewhere here, rename session part. And then I can call this dev session, right? And you can keep looking there. So now I am on the MVim session. Look how I jump to fish, which is the terminal, and I jump back. If you don't like fish, you do Control B and comma, and then you can call it main. Usually this is how I work. dev session, main, and envim, and that's how I jump between them. I usually call this dev. So I have main terminal and dev terminal, main terminal and dev terminal, right? Which is really cool. Tmax. Oh, I think I disconnected. Oh man, I hate my internet. It's sometimes doing bad stuff. Anyway, hope that the live stream is working fine actually, because I see sometimes that it's bugging. Yeah, but yeah, now it's cool. All right. So how do I learn about Tmax and overall? I actually learned by looking at Linux and trying to understand how can I manage my dev sessions, because as a developer, I always need my app to be working. And yeah, thank you very much, Sons of Morse. I just actually think that it just disconnected and connected for a second, but that was good. I think it didn't. Yeah. So Tmax helps me to jump between terminals. Now let's go back to where we were last time, and let's talk about not here though. Why I'm here actually, learning and then training and then envim. Yeah, cool. So yesterday we were talking about the challenges that we solved. You see all these challenges we work into. Some people were complaining that, yeah, what are you doing? They are very actually easy, blah, 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 blah. Now we are going to make the actually hardcore parts. So 2 sums, we did it, I think. We sum up 2 numbers to actually be something. I think here output will be 0, 1. Yeah, this was, I would actually control exit to go down. This was 9, I remember. And then it will show 0 and 1 for basically saying, hey, 2 and 7 will be equal to 9. Therefore, I will give you the output of 0 and 1. Let's see something better. So missing number. Anybody knows how can we do this? So I will do ZT to go up, right? And I will go const and then call missing number as my function. And I will do it as an on-image function. Therefore, should be like this. Then I will just return true for now and ask you for questions about how do you think should we approach this. The thing is, what we are doing in this live stream is to kind of like reason, right? Each time you see something like this, you try to reason out, see if you're good with algorithmics. Maybe algorithmics is good for you. Maybe you want to be a live streamer, right? So why not? If that works for you, then someday you just live stream instead and teach people how to code. So yeah, in terms of this, what we are going to do actually, instead of playing with numbers as ints or whatever, we are going to take a full array. And we say here that when I go 0, 1, and then I miss 2, then my output will be 2, right? So how can I do that? It can be very easy that you go into the array and do a for loop, but we're gonna do it the hard way, or kind of like the senior way of approaching this, right? And if you approach it as a senior, it will become like a really good habit for you to always go through like stuff in a senior thinking kind of way. Page HTML, what element do I use? How to move a picture to the top of the page HTML. Which element do I use? Basically, here you are talking about positioning, and you can say that you have 2 divs, one inside the other. The first one will take the position relative, and the second one will take position absolute. That means that it would go to the top left corner, and then you move it with top and left. If you want left to be auto, then it will be centered. That's what I can think of right now. I'm learning C. Can you give me tips? Continue doing that, because if you learn C the right way, I think you will be really good at it, and you will understand computers very well. And if you are into gaming and stuff like that, then you will be actually very good with them in the future, if you understand C, C#, and OOP, what we call, which is object-oriented programming. And then you will move forward to be actually maybe, I don't know, a game developer or I don't know, a C programmer. It depends, yeah. Can you explain templates? I know templates are a C thing, but honestly, I totally forget about them. I'm more of a JavaScript developer. Feel free to ask about that. But let me actually search that. Let me actually refresh my minds. Templates in C. I remember they are in C++. Yes, and I am correct. Okay. So they create generic functions and classes that can operate with any data types. So basically here it's like about typing. So you have kind of like a generic function that you can run through classes. Therefore, you can run it in different models, and these models can be of any type. Because, you know, C or C++ are strict languages. They cannot let you to inherit some like functions through classes. You can only export them or inherit them or whatever. So in this case, we need generic functions. And yes, JavaScript also supports generics. And but JavaScript generics are actually different, because in this case you have generics that generic types. Basically, you have that T type that everybody uses, and TypeScript here will be the one that you're talking about, right? So TypeScript will be precise, as you said. And yeah, you have a component, or you have a type of a child or something like that. You don't know yet what it is, but you know that it can be a React node, or maybe an audio HTML node, or you actually want to track it down to only enums or something like that. Then you put it as generic, and then you play a bit with the TypeScript. Yeah. It was always my dream, and I am soon finishing my school study. I don't see a future in tech as a woman. Actually, if you ask me, it's the opposite. I mean, women actually have less kind of hardening questions when they come to interviews. And believe me, we tend to actually treat everybody equal, but we always want, as a team of 8 people or 10, to have 5 elements that are women and 5 elements that are men. Therefore, there will create a balance, because you will see the women thinking artistically, right? They be better at UI and design and stuff like that, and you will see men actually more methodological. I don't know how to do it. They use methods for actually hard coding certain stuff and typing certain stuff and making things actually more typed, as in TypeScript, for example, and more engineered. Like, yeah. What is frequent question asked in JavaScript job interview? I think the most asked question is about the this keyword. Anybody here knows the this keyword in JavaScript? Anybody knows the this keyword? I will actually try to explain it a bit. So I will go ZT. If I go to the console and I say console log this, right? What this will return? What will be the output, right, of JavaScript? Anybody knows that? Yeah, event loop questions are nice also. Yeah. Yeah, Java is hard to learn. I honestly started coding professionally in 2016, and at that time I was honestly greedy a bit. I said to myself, what can I learn that makes me money the faster? And funny enough, it worked. I mean, I found out that React is very needed at that time. Netflix is using it. That's a good thing. Reddit is using it. That's a very good thing. Meta, Facebook is using it. That's a very good thing. So 3 companies of the FANG are using it. So basically Google is not at the time, Angular for sure. So I was like, okay, if I just maximize then my chances to get a job, then I will learn React. And I learned JavaScript. And also keep in mind that if you actually go to JavaScript in general, like you look at it from a macroscopic like way, you can learn how to develop a full stack app with Express and Node.js in the backend and the front end. Also, you can use purely JavaScript. You can use frameworks, not framework, but libraries like React, frameworks like Angular, and so on. So you can learn JavaScript and do a full stack app. Therefore, if you learn Java, you can do Spring Boot or Kotlin or whatever in the backend. Python also, you can do that. But then in the front end, you always need JavaScript. All right, now answering the question about what this keyword does. This keyword will actually refer always the parent object or the object that encapsulates it. That's correct. We'll always log the parent object, but by default it will do the window object, right? So in our case, this is why JavaScript is really good. You can do this, for example. You can do a class, right, of person. And this class of person is just like this. This is how you do a class, actually. You have a constructor, right? And you say this constructor will accept a name and maybe a job, right? Okay. Maybe if I type it right, nice. And how do you do constructors? You do this.name. So now you're given the name of the person, basically. Will be equal to name that you will give it, and this dot job will be equal to job. This is cool, right? This is cool, totally understandable, nice. But the good thing about JavaScript, though, that you also can do methods same in Java. You can say, for example, work is a method, and you define it as easy as this, and you say, hey, my working method will be replying to, or actually you can even do it as an anonymous function, but you can leave it like that also. And then this will return this dot name, or let's make it like a text or something like that, like a string. We can open like here, we can go and open this and say, yeah, here I'm actually doing this dot name, so I'm returning the value of this dot name will be working, and then I will copy the same here and then paste it, and I will do this dot job, basically, right? So here I'm saying that if you call if you do a person now, like const p1, let's call it, or let's call it a name like Marco or something, equal to new person, and this person will have a name for sure. If you hover here over this in VS Code, for example, it will show you what is that, and kind of like it will show you the LSP definition for this, and it tells you, hey, here you need actually to put a name, and you will need to put actually, to tell you, you will need to put this dot args, which means this returns to the person and args returns to the name and the job. So therefore here you can say name Marco, and job is for example engineer, right? The thing is that if you do it this way, it's acceptable, it will work, right? And then it comes out to that you can actually extend, do stuff, same in Java, right? But good thing about JavaScript that a lot of things actually got introduced recently with the new ECMAScript stuff. Yeah, this is self in Python. Also in JavaScript it does that. So a lot of things of functional programmer got introduced and lately in JavaScript. So you can actually just get rid of all of this, right? And just create a function. You say const, and I'll do it right now just to make sure that it's clean. I'll do ZT here so everything is clear. I'll go up a bit. Okay, so I will come here and say const, let's say superhero this time, right? So we are just doing the same as person, right? It's gonna be a function. This function take a name and a job, and just a function, and it will say this dot name still will work totally fine. You don't need the constructor, you don't need anything, and this will work, right? And guess what? Even if you go here and you say const, it will still work because it's functional programming, and this will be fly, for example, because it's a superhero, and it will be an anonymous function. Actually, you need to do it as a function here because this keyword will be messed up. So we can leave it as maybe equal to function, function variable, or function expression. I was thinking, yeah, function, and we can here just forget the name, and we take name and job, and this can return the same, right? And here you can paste it, and you say, hey, this will be flying basically. Yeah, here I forgot actually one thing, which is the how to define my function correctly as anonymous function. And here job is declared but never used. So what you're gonna do here, maybe instead of a job, we will call it superpower, and we will copy this via side word copy, and we'll go here, or maybe I will do it this way. No, I will copy it this way. There is like this in Vim, you can do copy, and then you can go v inside word s, and then you go to the next job inside word s, and then you go here, also find job inside word s, and it's easier kind of like to edit. Yeah, find g within word s. So now it became like better understandable, and also this is functional programming, so you had to do all of this here, which is also understandable, but you can do it also this way, and that still will work, right? And both of them are working, and both of them calls the this keyword. Now we say, what will be the this keyword referring to when you create Marco as a person, right? Or you create const Superman as a superhero basically. Yeah, so here it will be the same. The this keyword will always refer to this one, to the Superman basically, or to the Marco. But when you call the this keyword like this in outside in a macroscopic way, it will always do with the window object, and therefore you know right. This what do you mean, Riffin? I couldn't understand your function. Or maybe you are writing what it does it refer to. Okay, nice. So that's how it is. So you can write this or that, this or that. That's what I like about JavaScript, the flexibility of JavaScript, right? You can write anything the way you like. Functional programming, do it. OOP, do it. Classes, you can do it. Extend it, do it. Do whatever you want, and that's a good thing about JavaScript, right? So two ways. Let's say now, let's create it actually in a good way. Let's go to here and give it a name. Superman name is Clerk or Clark, right? I'm not sure. And then he's flying. He can fly. Yeah. So this name, I will just delete this and replace it with can, right? So this can fly basically, and I will take the ing. So now let's say Marco joined the Spider-Verse. He became like a superhero, and then what will happen here when Marco joins Marvel, basically he can fly too, right? So you don't have to work to do this work again function, or create another fly function here. And this is where Java is better, because Java can communicate via inheritance and extensions. Also JavaScript can do that, but JavaScript have cool stuff. If you need it only once and you can use it, you would say, hey, I will ask for Superman dot fly function, or dot prod of, you can do whatever here, dot I think fly, right? I will try to apply it, and then to apply it to whom? How to apply it to Marco, right? And then this Marco, this keyword of the fly now, because now Marco can fly when he joined Marvel, this keyword will be Marco. The only thing that you need to do here is to call this, right? And actually apply will call it automatically. So what you rather do here is just bind, to bind a function from another class to another person. So because superhero can fly but person cannot fly, but can work. Also you can say here this dot name, this blah blah blah, and also you can say here superhero can extend. Yeah, how can I do that? I think I can do it here. Extends person, and look at that, actually it works. And you see now what happened. It tells you, yeah, then you don't need to do a name, right? Because name is not needed at all, yeah, because it exists on person. So now we can do this, and then we go www, and then delete this part. And now this is more logic. We have a person that can be a superhero or cannot be a superhero, but Marco is still an engineer, and he works as an engineer. But then someday, if a superhero becomes if a person becomes a superhero, then he also still a person, so he extends all the person stuff, right? So that's it. I mean, here what is happening is that I think I forgot something here to just take the space. And then the thing that you can know is that that's what you're saying. Yeah. So what is happening here is that you can use everything from the person and still do new functions here and use them. That's it. Right. Cool. I hope this is understandable. I hope that I'm not talking gibberish for you. Let me know in the chat if this is cool. If what I said right now is just cool and understandable, because I think that I talk too much. But for everyone who joined in the early stages, probably, yeah. And super, yeah. All right, so the this keyword, we were talking about it right now. The this keyword will always refer to the window object if you call it in a macroscopic way. If you call it anywhere, it will always be window, basically. And the good thing about the super part is what we did just now. When you extend the person, which means that the superhero actually is also a person. What happened here under the hood is actually that super got executed. So the super part here means that that everything that comes from the person will be the super for the superhero, kind of like that. Sadly that we call this superhero and this is super, so don't get confused. So the super will mean that anything that comes from the person will be automatically extended and affiliated with the superhero. Therefore, we don't need to put it because JavaScript, yes, and JavaScript will understand with this extension part here. Right, cool. And actually, you can now change it to a class because then it will be more understandable. So I will do it like this, and then it will become class, and then it will need a constructor, but you can also give it the constructor on top. All right. And then that will be better, and that's it. Yeah. And now it will tell you, hey, I expect a constructor. Now if we do the super part, it will work. What will we give it? Name and superpower. Yeah. And then sorry, I did a mistake here. I need also to open parentheses, and now you'd say you call your super keyword and then it will work. Yeah. And then it will tell you, hey, what about you taking this to here, right? And that's it. Yeah, I need to take this one here and this one here, and that's it. Now you have a very cool use of super, basically. Cool. I mean, it's this and that. You understand it, I think. Nothing fancy to it. But I'm still stupid when I try to visualize. So someone said that he's familiar with code, but still feels stupid when trying to visualize other people's code. Yeah, I know that happens. Using new superhero Clark and Fly will not work properly. And why is that? Yeah, that's what I did at the end. Yeah, because the extension part and functional programming, yeah. Some guy asked, are you Moroccan? No, I'm actually so close to Morocco. But you can guess. So as the results then. What else? What about super constructors? It's so complicated for novices. No, actually this keyword will come with time, right? Yeah, nice. All right, so let's solve better problems. Let's do go back. Actually, I like this in Vim. It feels so cool. All right, so what we're going to do today is a missing number function. Right now it returns true, and what we're going to do is that if we give an array of numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we miss 2, for example, the output will be 2. What I'm actually challenging you guys is to guess how we're gonna approach this, and without for loops and stuff, try to think about it with the reducer, for example, because the reduce function here will help you a lot. Which programming language is this? It's JavaScript. We're trying to do JavaScript. Yeah. GS. Yeah. I like that the chat are talking together and doing the part when they can communicate. Nice. Yeah, Ibrahim said, is this inheritance? Yes, it is. Yeah. Sorry that I cannot check all the chats. I'm also streaming in Cake on YouTube and also on Twitch at the same time. Yeah. What difficulty is this? This is a medium difficulty, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, you can put arguments in Super, or you leave it in actually ECMAScript 6+, because it will understand what you're doing also. Yeah. It depends also on TypeScript, because sometimes in TypeScript, if you have ESLint that depends on pushing everything as is, you need to put it for sure. Show us GUI programming. You need like UI programming and stuff. Yeah, I can show you a React app, but today I promised yesterday to actually continue with these LeetCode challenges, so I'm going to do that only today. Yeah. So sort, compare with index. That's cool. That's cool. That's actually a good approach. But you will be, I think, running through the array, whole array, right? I don't want you to do that. Think again. Think maybe about how can I run the half of the array. Hello, Justice. Hello, working on React and Laravel and having some challenges. Can you help, please? How can I help? Ask me questions. Laravel is not my type, honestly, of PHP languages and stuff. But yeah, I can help with the React. All right, let me show you how I will approach this. So the good thing about actually going through total numbers, for example, you need to go from 0 to 15, right? You can have you can know what is the biggest or the length of what you will have, which means that that's the last number, and then you can get the half of it. What is the half of it? So basically 7.5 for 15, right? So yeah, as you only get ints, basically you can put 8 or 7, it depends. So in your case here, you can start saying, hey, as actually the array will be of consecutive nums that miss only 1, then I will actually store the length of the array, right? And I will just do that with nums dot length. And by the way, I did a mistake here. I didn't put an argument, but I will call it nums, right? And this is you can call it length, but let's call it n, because we know that somewhere we are going to an n of numbers, right? Now let's think twice. What are we doing? So as I said, you have a total, right? And that total can be const of total. Do you know how to count the total in math? Basically you do the n multiplied by n plus 1 divided by 2. The numbers are not ordered, as you see. I gave you 301 as an example. Hi Lena, hi everyone else that just joined. Put type also. All right, man, I will type everything for you. All right, so total here, as we said, we just go, let me just go O and ZT for going up. So here the total will be n multiplied, I suppose, n plus 1, and it should be divided by 2, right? Yeah. This will get fixed with 2 parentheses for sure. Yeah. So now we have the possibility to check just the half, right? Just the half of the numbers, right? But now we need the sum basically of all of them, because then you can check if there is a missing one, because you will do a plus b, and then you will do total minus sum, and you will know exactly what is missing. Because if you take the total now, you know that you need the nums of the array. Basically, you need 15 numbers. You know, if you join 0 to 15, it will be total, right? But then if you do it with what you have, you will have a missing number. And how can you do it? With total minus sum. Let's do the sum though. And this is you see kind of like how JavaScript is. You just show that you know stuff, that you know your stuff by using this. So you'll do nums dot reduce, and you will take accumulator and a current. Basically, you need to do an anonymous function here, and this anonymous function will take this and then take that. Actually, let's do it like this: a plus b, or let's do it accumulator plus current. So I can explain it to you later. Accumulator current, and it will start from 0. Now return total minus sum. And why this will work? Why do you think this will work? I actually explained it, but think about it for a second, and I will let you grasp it, and I will explain it more and more. This is kind of like moderate. Now I'm not writing novice code, I'm kind of writing moderate thinking code, right? So hopefully you don't hate me by adding this kind of stuff. All right. Put the type also. I will do that. Hi sir, how are you? I'm good. I hope that I am seeing all the comments, because I feel like there is more comments that I'm not seeing. How I aspire to be, but I'm still stuck at hash maps. You know what? I never use the hash map anywhere in my code, so just get over it. Get over it and go learn what you need to learn. Basically, how to create a full web stack app or whatever. That's correct, but it's lacking readability. Why it's lacking readability, man? Why? It is correct. Okay, so how can we do this? Let's test it out, though. I think I have it somewhere. It should be returning 2 somewhere. I think is valid is because is valid function is before it. Yeah, is valid is here. So let's take this one up. How can I do that? I do mash v. What is mash actually? Why I say mash? Mash is in French. Shift v, and then I go 7j, and then I go y. Well, let's do it hardcorely. 7j and then d for delete, because then when I delete, I yank at the same time. And I can go GG for up, and then Control P or Shift P also for pasting upwards. And then therefore, right now, if I save duck, and then I go like this, it will be the first one to output. But that's wrong, actually. Am I outputting this? Oh, I'm not actually. I'm outputting it somewhere else because I didn't copy the console log. You see, this is when you stream, you forget all the things that you know. It should be this one, right? Yes, GG. And let's make this one here, right? And clear for this, and then yeah, it should be 2, right? Let's test it out with some other cases. Let's put here, maybe we add the 2 and we forget about the 4 and we add the 5. This should work, right? Let's clear it, and whoops, nice. So 4. I will go through the others because we solved them yesterday, but if you have any questions, we can talk about it. All right, cool. Let's go for questions now. This VS Code Vim, it's just new Vim, no VS Code intended in here. By the way, I'm trying to push for 100 viewers today, so if we can do that, I would be really appreciating it. Yeah, so please share, and yeah, if you can help also subscribing and stuff like that, that would be amazing. I don't want to be like a sucker, but I'm trying to share knowledge here, and I'm trying actually to share as much as I can and be with you guys, communicate, and try to be friendly to everyone and answer any questions that I know of, right? So that's the spirit. And even I'm planning like in the future to make maybe courses, maybe free events and stuff like that. So the thing is that I want you guys just to support if you can, for sure. If not, please feel free to do whatever. Yeah, I have a Discord server. Sorry for not mentioning that. Actually, I put it only for subscription only, but I will still share it. How can I share a link here? You know, I'm a newbie when it comes to this kind of stuff. Let me just open Discord. And yeah, let's see how it goes. I opened something like that I cannot close for some reason from Linux. Close. Okay, I'll go here and try to copy the link. I think it should work. Again, I open the same thing. What is dictionary part? I type Discord and dictionary opens up from Linux. All right, so I'm gonna share it. I call my server Spaghetti Code, and I had it for just enclosed students that studied at my lecture. So then I will open it right now so everybody can join. And yeah, it's really amazing. Yeah, I think somebody already joined. Yeah, nice. So invite people. How can I copy a link or send server invite to a friend? Come on, guys, help out. I think I am really becoming a boomer. All right, so or send a server invite link to a friend. I copied it, but it's hidden. It says it's hidden. Use copy button. All right. Edit invite link. All right. Don't need to edit that. I'll just try to paste it here. Oh, what? What? Then I will just try to find it. Spaghetti code Discord. I think I cannot find it anywhere. Even the Discord app seems like to be broken for editing the link for some reason. Let me just check. Yeah, I'll try to find it. So invite people, edit the link. 7 days, no limit. I think I can do a no limit one, right? Generate link, copy. Let me see if it works. No, I think Discord is broken for me on Linux. How can I invite one by people? All right, I'll just invite my friend and then copy the same link from a friend. Yeah, here you go. Nice. So now I'll try to copy it in the chat. I'm not sure also that if that will work, but it should do that. Yeah. All right, cool. No, we cannot. All right, I will just copy then the Discord ID. Right, that's the Discord ID. So just do discord.gg/that and it will be the one. Right, cool. Nice. So we continue. You should be writing TypeScript instead. Man, we are just doing leetcode. I don't think on leetcode challenge you will be doing TypeScript. Actually, I never in my whole career did that. I never typed TypeScript in a leetcode challenge, or maybe in an interview. Yeah, because you don't need to. You really don't need to. What skill can I learn for early school leavers? What do you mean by that? Sorry. Is C++ better than Python for backend? Not really. Python is a easy syntactic sugar function, and it's kind of like the go-to for beginners. So you can start from there and actually be good at it very much, and be really I don't know, like literally you can get used to it too much because it comes with prototypal functions. And this is what I explained yesterday. Here we have an example. For example, to do a sum in JavaScript, you need to do all this reduce part, right? But in Python, I think array.sum will work like this kind of. Yeah, which is really a really cool thing to have, because I think that Python is like JavaScript on steroids, or basically it has everything that you need to start with and doesn't let you think too much. Yeah. Yeah, so this is NVim editor, which is NeoVim. It has configuration that I configured myself, copying some other people from the internet, and it's really cool. It's a text editor that I turned into basically an IDE. As you see, my files on the side, and I have just a challenge file right now. You can go up, down, and L and H for left and right, G and K for up and down. You can do Control D to jump, Control U to upper jump, and slash for searching. You'll see right now I search the word array, and then I can jump between them with N or P, basically. Yeah, N or Shift N, basically, to go back. I can jump word, or end of word. And I can do a lot of stuff with this. I can jump at the end with doing $. I can do 0 for beginning of the line, or you can do this shape, like the chapeau shape. I don't know what I call it. the escape shape, maybe, I don't know, to go in the first written letter. And it becomes like a game. You just know all of this stuff and you do them. I don't understand nothing, but all I see is arrows, numbers, and stuff. Yeah, we are just lead coding. You can actually sit and learn with us, because we are just talking algorithmics. We're not talking something very, very like complex or something. We are talking logic, right? I like Java colors, which IDE Java used. Okay. All right. So people are asking, what accent do I have? What do you think my accent is? Okay, let's guess. And where I am from, basically. You cannot do it. I think you cannot do it. Yeah, because the country that I'm known from, it speaks totally different from what I'm speaking right now. Yeah. So someone said Indian. Good guess, but not. Come on. We are trying also to make everybody guess that. What does the different colors means? For what? For the code you are seeing here? Let me just do an H. I was selecting, that's why you saw a lot of stuff. So here I selected the word array, so it would be like that. What I configure my IDE, my NeoVim IDE, is when I click space, that's my leader, and then N, and then it will tell me, hey, do you want it to press H and clear search highlights, as you see on the bottom? I can say yes. Also, I can do space LG for Git, and it will open this, not a Git repository. Do you want to make it a Git? I would say, no, I don't want. Yeah. All right, cool. I mean, you are now guessing where I am from, so let's see. Bulgaria. No. Oh, yeah, some guy did it, I think. Some guy did it. Nice. I am from, I hope that's not Tanzania. Yeah. Indian, no. Bulgaria, no. My teacher is Indian and he's brilliant. Yeah, they are all brilliant programmers. Let me tell you a story. So let's switch to stories now, as you are all interested in talking rather than coding. So yeah, I had an Indian friend who I went to a company, and I would disclose the name, and I was very hyped. I will do everything they asked me. You know, I'm young, whatever. I will go berserk. I will achieve the best of the best. I will be the best programmer ever. And they all laughed at me. Why? Because I was good. I was really good, but I was so hyped. And these people has families, like have jobs, and they don't want to stress too much. They don't want to see someone just coming at work and he performs like very high than everyone, and then their numbers will be low, right? And our boss will ask why Ayman basically is doing all of this, and then you guys are doing this. So my Indian friend, who's a very good programmer, top notch, like whenever I have a problem with him, I come to him. He told me, come here. I said, okay, what do you mean? He took me, and we had unlimited Cokes, basically Coca-Cola at the job at the time. We had like, each person has like a fridge. It's a perk, right? You can ask for it. You can say, hey, I want a Tesla for my job, and I won't sign any contract if you don't give me a car. And it worked, actually. For some reason it does. Some people just want perks, right, from the company. If you work for BMW and you know you can get an X7 for like minus 30%, then for sure you are skipping taxes basically by that, and you can buy it from them and you will want to have it. So this guy told me, yeah, come here, let's get some Cokes. I got a Coke, and I looked at him and I was like, chill. I was like, chill, don't do this. Please don't. Try to work as minimum as possible for the maximum wage. That resonated with me too much, and he was right. I mean, since then I've been working minimum effort for maximum wage. I get, I don't know, 10k a month. I don't care. 10k in my pocket. I am really happy. And I do a feature every week. A feature can be very big, can be very small. It depends. Sometimes it's very small. I take my time. Good for me. I log in at 9 a.m. I work some stuff, and then therefore. But do this when you're a senior. Don't do it when you're just a junior. I think learn as much as you can in the beginning, and then start doing the good part. Okay. So I am from Tunisia. Tunisia is a North African country. Tunisia actually has a lot of history as well. it passed by Phoenicians, by Arabs, by Romans. It fought wars. It's 5,000-year-old country if you don't know it. And we speak French and Arabic there. So my mother tongue is Arabic. I also speak French very well. And I speak English, which is what I'm speaking with you guys right now. And I live in Germany since 4 years now, just for work. Yeah. And yeah, I speak Russian as well, but because I studied there as well. I studied in Russia for like 2 years just for my master's. And it was really a good experience. Yeah. So what do you think? Do you have any tips for a beginner? Susanna, I think I can say that you start by build anything that you want, build small projects. If you start with small projects, what it will put into your head is like this small step-by-step challenges. Hey, how can I center a div? Hey, how can I implement CSS correctly? Oh, there's a framework called Tailwind. Oh, okay, there is Sass also. Oh, if I use React, then I can use tiled component now with a bit of use effects and stuff like that. Then the app will be stateless and it will become very cool and stuff like that. Try doing that. Try starting small, right? And attend live streams like this one. I always build stuff from scratch and I try to focus on the stuff that I think are necessary for you to know. My bootcamp is called Bakumnin. We learn data science, Excel, SQL, Python. That's perfect. So you're a data scientist, actually. They have a scholar you can apply. Yeah, the scholarship. Nice. I knew it. Correct. Which company are you working on? I work with Adobe and with SFC, 2 companies, 2 different stuff, but I'm doing front end for both. Yeah. But you probably know Adobe, which does have the Photoshop and After Effects and stuff. Yeah. Geez, what a mess. Refactor, please. What should I refactor, man? Tell me a better way to refactor this. All right. Is Bootstrap outdated? No, it's not. It keeps what we say about outdated. We use the word of deprecation. We say something is deprecated, which means that someone just forgot about it and doesn't want to do it anymore. The thing is that when something is deprecated, you will know, and it will just be trashed. But if you can still do npm install and it does come for you and stuff like that, then all good. Can you be my mentor? Actually, I am the mentor right now. I try to be as much as I can helpful. So if you have any questions, please ask. And let's, by the way, start our next. Okay, everybody asks last questions and then we prepare for the next problem. Our next problem is count is valid. This one is really cool one to do. We will start by this now, and it does explain you a lot of also prime prototypal functions. Yeah. All right, cool. We will do this one. So I will prepare the function. We will call it isValid, and I will explain it to you what it does. So boom, boom, boom. Do I actually forgot something here? I think that I have a synthetic error somewhere. Whatever, we don't care, right? We live on edge. Yeah, I have a synthetic error somewhere because it's not linting. It's saying that I have something somewhere. Let's check. Did I copy something correctly? This is working. Then I did that. No. Weird, right? Okay, I'll try to create isValid here then, just to see if I can get the same error. ZCC for const isValid. Yeah, it's not doing linting, so I think there's a problem with the file. Yeah, I will try to call the LSP again. I see recording. Okay, that's why. Yeah, now it's working. All right, then let's Control R. I cannot. Whatever. All right, so let's go back to where we copied all of that. Yeah, here. GG and P, and then we create the function here. yeah, the story of my life. I always have these issues with my LSPs. I think because I am on WSL and I'm opening other stuff now. I'll return true for now, just to ask you a few questions about it. I'll also jump here for actually breaking it up so you can see what we're trying to do. And now I'll read your questions and then we start. Hi everyone. Can you code a trading robot for me? Man, with this trading stuff, I don't know why people actually want to trade that much. Making money through trading is the worst experience that I had. Tips to start learning code. Can I get your script or book? I don't have a book or a script or whatever, but you can check my GitHub. You can search me by name. I can type my name in the chat, but this is my ID for actually GitHub, and you will see it with the same. Hi everyone. Thank you. Actually 100 people watching on TikTok, which is really cool. Yeah, I wish if it is the same about Twitch and the other platforms. They seem dormant a bit, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool that TikTok is really that pushing. Share your experience with trading. I can do that. I was working for a Forex Club company doing mathematical modeling stuff. So I did this trading kind of projects before. And I was doing like small tasks in it, not big. Like there was like other mathematicians who work on it as well. And it was really cool to an extent that it became very too much greedy from the company. They used to actually let you lose money and not use real money. When you actually use your real money, they get the real money in somewhere. So whenever you lose them, they will give you nothing for sure, and they will gain that money. And when you actually win, they know that some other people lost already, so they will give you from that fund. So it's all a scam. I felt like, yeah, we're doing something bad, and I quit that job actually when I knew that. Yeah, there's bad developers somewhere. How to get job as front end without any experience? Thanks. So you can start as a junior dev for sure, which is a really cool thing to do. And yeah, junior devs needs to know the minimum about JavaScript. Start with HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript. Understand like what we talked about today, like this keyword, like the prototype of functions. Know all the array functions that might help you leetcode, like for example, map.filter, .reduce, .sum, like there is plenty of them. The string, know how to slice, splice, and split and join and all of this stuff. So these kind of like the minimum stuff that I expect from someone. And stick to one framework like React, which is a library, not a framework. I know it's a taboo thingy. And then move on from there. Learn like one CSS framework like Tailwind, and move forward. I actually do mentoring. I used to actually do it for very cheap. Like I charged 20 euros an hour for a group, even of people. So I can do that still. So if anybody interested, they can DM me. If they have a group of friends who wants to learn programming from zero, stuff like that, I will give them like a very foolish price, even like a very small one, just for the sake of it, to not lose my time, basically, because I have other things that I need to be doing, so I need to be compensated anyway. But the thing is that it's just like if you actually come to the lives every day, which are free, you will learn a lot, right? I don't have any experience with the SAP UI5, but I wish if I could. Yeah. Are you working for a trading company ever? Yeah, I worked for one. I just told the story. Where is my semicolon? I actually get rid of them. I have a prettier file that gets rid of all of them. Learn Python as a second language is good. Yeah, I did that. So I learned JavaScript and then I switched to learning Python, so I can scrape some websites and use a lot of good packages from them. Okay, so let me check on YouTube. I'm streaming as well. I didn't actually check the comments over there at all. Oh my gosh. All right, so you can find me actually everywhere. The thing is that I have I have like Twitch channel. I also have Kick channel. By the way, I have a Kick channel by the same name as Async Stack, it's called. So if you go there and follow me, that would be good as well. Thank you very much anyway for doing it or for not. Yeah. All right, let's continue now with answering like these leetcode stuff. Someone said I am a C# developer, so I need my semicolons. I'll show you what I can do about that. So I have a prettier file here that I set up, like print with single quotes and semi always to false. You can set up actually more stuff here, but for me these three are the best. So for example, if I know that you guys' screen is very small and I know that I'm streaming on TikTok, then if I do this and then save, the print width will become very small, so you can see the whole function in a very small area, right? But let's return to 100, maybe 20, not 40. So yeah, so then you can see it correctly like this. This is better. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do here, the goal is to check if a string with parentheses, brackets and braces is valid, which means that if you open a parenthesis, you need to close it. If you open an array, you need to close it. And if you open a bracket, you need to close it. So this one should return true, right? And that's what we are trying to do right now. This is not a very easy one. We are going to bit play with what we have and what we have not, but we are going to do this the smart way, and then we ask a question. Okay, what I mean by the smart way is the way that I think is needed to write this code, but then we talk about it, what we can change and what we cannot, right? Right, okay, thank you. Keep asking questions. I will go and answer all of them. So after we finish up with this one. All right, so what we need to do actually, we need to kind of like get a valid something, like an argument, right? And this argument is a string, basically. We have a stack that we want to start with to say, hey, this stack will be containing the validity of that string, and we can map it through or implement in it some of the stuff or pop some of the stuff from it to know that if everything in that stack is the length of what the string that we have, that therefore it's all correct. If not, then not, right? So therefore we need to do something here. We need to actually push kind of like a map. Anybody knows what's a map in JavaScript? It's a kind of cool thing to have, but I will try to explain it in a better way. Yeah. So our map right now will be a bit different from what you see usually in other coding languages. So our map will contain these symbols that we need to have, right? So whatever symbol that we need to have, I will copy in from here. Actually, I can paste them here. Oh, I cannot paste or what? Yeah. So my map right now contains, if I have this one, like the closing parentheses, I need its opener. Then we have the, what do you call it, like comma, and then if we have a closing bracket, we need to have its empty one. So I connect them like that, so I know that if I map this one, I need also to get this one. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna like check later on. And what else? So there is like a for loop that you can learn, which is the for of snippet. And for, I think here we can use the for every character kind of, and of what? Of the string itself, right? And then we will check every character if it's actually applying to the map, right? I think that there will be, I think I had a follower on YouTube, that's why it just popped up. All right, thank you everybody who's following. Honestly, I appreciate it a lot. Yesterday we did 300 followers, and that's cool. All right, what language is this? This is JavaScript. What software are you streaming with? I'm streaming with OBS. Are you kidding me? You code on MVim? Amazing. Yes, correct. Thank you. You can use online resources like Free Code Camp. That's correct. That's also a good thing. Use Coursera, Free Code Camp. Some of them are actually free. And I will tell you, whenever I was in Tunisia and we don't have rights for internet and stuff, we can download anything. I used even to torrent some of the courses, and I really feel so bad about it. I actually went back when I became like, I don't know, I had money to buy all the courses again, because I think it is another way to do it. If you can do that, please do, because nobody will catch knowledge from you. Actually, the ones who create these courses actually will give it to you for free if you ask them on LinkedIn or something. Yeah. Cybersec or programming, it's the same thing. I mean, you'll still program in cybersecurity, but I think cybersec is very known lately, and it can help a lot. All right, what's happening here? We are trying to solve a problem. It's called isValid, to check if a string actually, if it has an opening bracket, then it has also it's a closing one. All right, so what should we do now? Anybody know? What should we do in this for off? And do anybody know what is a for off, by the way? For off is like for loop, but it goes better with objects, because you can say for off key and value, for key and value in object, or in object of entries of that whatever object. So it is kind of cool because it lets you map a single character, kind of, yeah, even if you want in a key or in a value. Yeah. This is still coding in cybersecurity. Yeah, there is still coding, I think. Yeah. All right, let me solve it out. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do actually if map of character doesn't exist, basically, and that's what I do with this exclamation part. Is this an exclamation? I don't know, man. My English is super bad. Yeah, and by the way, I did a mistake here. I need to do this like that, because now I am talking about keys and values and stuff like that. So this should be where is it in my keyboard? Here. No, here. All right. So that I'm saying, hey, if the mapper actually have that character, please do this. Basically, I can do it like this, but I will do it directly. So we want it to be clean, kind of like dot push. And I'm pushing that character, basically, and I can push in my stack, basically. And why I'm doing this? Because then if I push all the characters and then I correctly check the length, basically here I will check, hey, return if stack.length equals 0, for example, right? And then I would say, okay, then everything went as intended, and I don't have any problems. Okay, we need another if here. Anybody can guess it? Maybe someone can guess it. And here you can read, by the way, what we are trying to achieve, right? And here is the function that we are calling. Okay. Genuine question: do you do a lot of coding as a job? If you don't, you think AI? I think you are asking about the problems with AI when it comes to the jobs and stuff like that. I don't fear AI at all, actually. I feel like AI is cool. It helped me a lot on my job, especially this DeepSeek one from China. Copilot is good as well. How do you feel about good development is safe to do? Game development is super safe. Gaming will never die, man. Gaming, who doesn't want to play? Like, we love to play. Everybody. I love coding. I love it too. If dev center. Do you know how to center a div? Yes, this is JavaScript. Yeah. Yes, AI can do what I do in a few seconds, but AI cannot understand the client, basically, because the client is this indecisive. The client will come to you today and say, hey, I want a blue color that shades is white, but whatever, and then starts to do a lot of stuff that you don't understand, and then start to complain, and AI won't understand anything of that. Anyway, what we are trying to do actually now is to stack and pop something. If we find, I will do an else if, and I will write it and then I will explain it, right? Because I just don't want the problem to get out of my head. Stack.pop. What I'm trying to do here, if the character exists in the stack and I found it in the mapper, then I will just return false, right? Yeah. I'll just return false, I think. Yeah, and the problem the same. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking for the latest one in the stack. Yeah, if it's not equal to the map of character that I'd actually pushed. That I'm at actually, and then I will return false. I think this is a bit of a complicated way to solve it. Maybe someone in the chat has a better way to do it, but I'm not sure actually about what I did right now. Yeah, I might be actually not sure about this one. Yeah. But anyway, we can test it out and then maybe speak about it. Yeah, to return the true for some reason means it's correct. Let me just break it and see if this will return something else. I'll just do like that and then see if I can. Oops, I clicked. Yeah, so it was working, so we are on the clear. Yeah, so do you guys understand what I wrote? So this is what we are checking. We are looking for a string that you type here, right? And each time you run each character, you check if it's in your stack or not. Otherwise, you check if it's in the map and you see if you have already its closing character in your stack. If you have it, then for sure you need to delete both of them, because you know then that both of them exists. And the same for this one, the same for this one, and it moves on. And therefore you use a mapper for that, because the mapper will always go like key and value, and then you have the closing as a key, the other as a value, and the show goes on. Yeah, here you return false basically, so you don't do anything for that character if you find it's a closing one. And here if you find your stack clean at the end, so your stack is good, it doesn't have any pushed character, that doesn't have something closing for it, then therefore you are clean and you just return true, right? That's it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit fairly complicated, this one, I think. Oh, sorry for that. Yeah, I think my screen was a bit not showing correctly. Yeah, why do you use const so often instead of let? It's just a habit, but it's safer. If you're using an array, you know there is a pointer in it, so therefore it's better. Yeah, cool. What is going on here? We are trying to actually solve some leetcode questions. Wow, you guys ask so many questions. Can you JavaScript build a game? Yes, you can, but not a very like 3D kind of game. Maybe 3D website with 3GS. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for that. I actually was scrolling badly. What programming language do you code for blockchain or DeFi? No, I don't. Why do you use const so often? I answer that. Maybe you can trim S and check for every character. Also, that's correct. So basically, that's the junior way to go for it. Can you split your screen horizontally? I did that, sorry for that. Yeah, Stalin said you can split every character. That also will work. Nice. Cool. What do you think, guys? Should we do another one or should we do another QA session? What do you kind of think? We have still merge sorted arrays, I think, and max sub arrays. Let's go for another QA session. That will be good. Yeah. Nice. Let's do it. Nice. All right. I'm waiting for all your questions, guys. And let's keep it questions from now on, just to be answering and to maybe benefit you from any of my answers. Is Ajax still used in JavaScript? It is still used. It's not deprecated as I think of. Yeah, it's still used and it's actually doing great, I think. And a lot of people still use it. But fetch is what replaces it, because fetch does the same as Ajax, and now you can do fetch hooks, and it even becomes better than Ajax and React, for example. Do you know normal Java? No, man. React or Vue? For me, it's React. Vue also is better when it comes to, I don't know, typing, and also when it comes to how easy you can write it. I think you can even append it to HTML as a script, which is really cool. Yeah. But for React, that's what I do usually. Yeah, and I'm really familiar with its effects and its hooks. Yeah. Cool. What other questions, guys? Yeah. React is good for using functions and UTLs and stuff like that. True. Yeah. How many hours do you code per day? Around 8. Yeah. Because of the job, basically. And sometimes even less. Sometimes I do 1 hour. But usually 8. Yeah. What IDE? I use NeoVim, what I'm using right now. Yeah. This is Dracula theme for NeoVim. Let me check. Actually, that's a good thing. I think it's not Dracula. CD. You need to go to config, I think, and then NeoVim. This is my config, by the way, for NeoVim. I'm not sure. Where is it? Options. Yeah, theme. Yeah, I think I can search it in FS theme. My low line themes. I will search it and then I will show you. I'll just split. Yeah. So I have certain colors that are configured, but not a specific theme. So this is what it is. Yeah. So this is how it goes. You have like dependencies. This is called Llewellyn, which is helping you like the plugin. And then you go for each one you choose, and then you have like this background stuff, and you also choose your Llewellyn Vim, which is this theme here. Like you have the whole thing. You say, hey, for colors I want this, for visual, for commands, for replace, for inactive, and you choose the colors based on background. But I remember there is like a plugins somewhere, maybe in LSP. I think I can find it with the word transparent. Yeah, transparent equal true, I think. Yeah, this one. So here you have the Tokyo Night. Yeah, I said Dracula, but it's Tokyo Night. There you go. That's my theme. Yeah. Nice. So it's Tokyo Night with custom stuff. If you wonder where can I get this, this is Lua, by the way. This is not JavaScript anymore. That's Lua. Yeah, that's like kind of C. Yeah, Lua is like a C inherited language. Yeah. What is the name of the IDE? It's NeoVim. What type of software engineer are you? I'm front-end developer. Almost by writing code, but it's been so intimidating. Yeah, you can still learn it and you can still become very good at it. Yeah. React is good, correct. Can you teach me, bro? As I said, I already do teaching, but if you want, guys, just DM me for that. What the name of the IDE? NeoVim. What do you lead code in Python? No, I lead code in JavaScript. Yeah, currently I'm using LazyVim as well. Yeah, that's nice. Good job, GP. Can you teach me? Sure. I'm doing this every day, by the way, so please feel free to join in whenever you can. Should be front-end, yes. What language is this? This is Lua, but I will switch to JavaScript in a second. What OS the name of the IDE? I think I'm using NeoVim, as I said, but on the Linux, basically. I'm following. I only see Lua and some extension software. Yes, correct. Just started learning CSS and HTML on Udemy. Aim to build and host websites for SMEs. Any advice? I advise you to keep going, never stop, Leon. I think you can continue with CSS and HTML, and when you are familiar with them and you feel like you're confident, please introduce yourself to JavaScript and start from there. There's like an analogy. They say that HTML is the names, CSS is the adjectives, and JavaScript are the verbs. And that's correct. So then try like that and then learn a bit about computers, pointers, maybe check some other languages just to know like they exist. And then check maybe how to build a website using framework, choose like simple frameworks, or go for like something like React with a bit of Tailwind, maybe with ChatCN for your CSS library or component library. And also take like, I don't know, like not Redux. Redux is too much. Like what is it called? There is like this state management tool that is really cool. I forgot its name. Zustand, I think. Zustand or Zustand. That one is good. I think it's a German. Yeah. Only use data and SAS. Why don't you use generate code? I don't understand that. Do you use Linux or Windows? I use both. Do you have a detailed roadmap at Software Engineer 2025? I think you can go to this one, roadmap.sh. Just write roadmap.sh and you will have a very good roadmap to follow. What about assembly? I don't use assembly, sadly. We were doing this, so yeah. What do you think, guys? Should we continue? Yeah. Okay, let's talk a bit about arrays though. Ah man, I hate TikTok. Every hour it needs to check that you are actually a human and makes you an alarm. Nice. All right. So let me explain to you some of the stuff, maybe in general, about what you will face whenever you are aiming for learning computer science and stuff like that. So we will just talk, right? So the thing is that if you think about it, and let me just, my eyes hurting as fuck, man. So what is it? So basically, I started in 2016 reversing engineering the market. I said to myself, hey, I have this market of a lot of things like there was this Java, JavaScript, and I didn't know what to choose. I was like, okay, you know what? I will choose something that resonates with me, right? And also I will go for something that is very easy. I learn it on the front end and the back end, and I don't have to learn two languages. Like if I go Spring Boot framework for back end with Java, then I need to learn also JavaScript for the front end. So I was really trying to kind of like make it as minimal as possible. That's a good strategy because the thing is, in this case, if you are a beginner, then everything will seem overwhelming for you, right? And yeah, I learned also about subsystems, and WSL is one of them, as JP said it. I think I'm using actually WSL right now in my comment. So the thing is that it is like that. You start slow and you start to reverse engineer stuff and say to yourself, okay, if I learn this and do this way, then I will create a website that is very fast or whatever. And then you start to understand how to write code, but it will be cumbersome. It will be too much. You will have add event listeners everywhere. You will have an event listener that calls an event listener that calls two functions that are unnecessary. You will have a function that you can write once, but you'll write it twice. And that's normal, you know, even in your job, even if you get hired as a junior engineer, you will write bad code all the time. I still write bad code still now, because that's how you find bugs in programs, basically. So then I started actually to understand what other people do. And one of the things that I do mostly is actually I go to other people that write code in like projects like online, like open source project. And I look at what they are doing and how they write their code. And these people have like 20 years of experience. I just read their code, and it's written in TypeScript basically. And I read it and I'm like, okay, so I can write like an array function like this one here. I can write it like this to get the sum. Okay, I used to do a for loop for that, and that's maybe better. Like I write it on one line. Oh, wait a second, I can actually not only attach like numbers to this current value, I can attach also strings. Does that mean that current can be anything? Okay, I can do that. Oh, how does sort work? What if I want to sort oppositely? Does B minus A works also if I do it like this, you know? and then it started like descended and descended and stuff like that. So basically here, remove duplicates. How can I actually remove duplicates? It's written in one line like this, and you can do it. You spread the set and you take the array, and it is like you remove the duplicate. You don't even do a for loop here. So things became easier and easier for me the moment that I started to understand what I'm doing, right? And that's it, like step by step. There is nothing that you get very fast. Everything will be step by step, and everything you will suffer to get. So don't feel bad about that. Just go for it, yeah? How long does it take? It takes forever. You will keep learning. We will keep learning, but it will take you around 1 year of hard work to just do the first part, okay? Which is becoming a middle or junior developer. If I understood you, you will fright me. I don't understand you, man. Did you start from zero knowledge, and which program did you start? Yeah, I started from zero, honestly. And I remember my first app was a football league app that puts like numbers from certain APIs from the internet and throw them into my website, so you can check like Premier League stuff or something like that. Yeah, but you need also to check for the big O. Yeah, you can do that also. Yeah, what he means by the big O is how many times you are running through some for loops and stuff like that. You can find O of n, which means that you run once, O of n of 2, or 2 O n's, which means that you did an extra for loop that is not necessary in this case. But sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't need it. Some engineers themselves that are senior don't care too much about that. What they care is about readability, kind of. Yeah. Are there any streamers with 10 to up to 10 years of experience? I still don't have 10 years of experience. I have 9, nearly 9. Yeah. ASMR coding. Yeah. I have the keyboard, at least. Yeah, I think you can hear it. Let me just get my keyboard close, my mic close to my keyboard. How does it sound? I don't know, actually. Return true. Maybe if I just get closer or something. Return true. Then it will become like cumbersome. Oops, I did a mistake, actually. My mic got detached. Nice. Sorry if you're hearing like bad noises. Yeah, set never accepts duplicates, actually. K said remove duplicates returns a set, not an array. Yeah, but I spread it into an array. Yeah. But you need to check for the big O. That's what I answered last. Remove duplicates. Are there any streamers with 10 that I answered? ASMR. Which language is the hardest? I think C, maybe. I don't know. Maybe assembly. Assembly will be good. Is it a lot of math working as a programmer? No, there is not too much. Yeah. Hello. Do you have a website? Yes, I do, but it's not up right now. That's impressive also. Yeah. I mean, Rust is good also for building stuff, for building maybe like OS apps and stuff. But yeah. I really like how people ask so many questions about where I am from. Yeah. Assembly is easy. Not for me. I never touched assembly. I don't even know how assembly looks like. Like, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. Nice. So many good questions actually today. Ever used Viet for sure. Okay. Everybody's asking like which country from, and my wife actually is in the comments and she said, are you Italian? And she knows where I'm from for sure. Yeah, nice. Cool. The code behind you actually the real art. Is actually artistic, right? I'm trying to to kind of like finish stuff with you guys. Do a developer need to have good knowledge about operative systems? Not really. Yeah. Do my assembly code for my OS project pretty please. Do you need me to do it for you? If you pay me enough, 10k a month, I will learn assembly for you. Okay. How old were you when you started programming from zero? 20? No, not 20. Even before 18, I think. So yeah. Now I'm 30. I'm old. All right. Assembly is good. So I have 12 years of experience, but 9 years of professional ones. Are you familiar with Google Chrome debugger? Yeah, I do. I like the V8 engine for Chrome. Everything for Chrome and Node. And I like actually that Chrome has its own functions sometimes. Like how the things work for Chrome are actually cool. Chrome now has its AI in the console even. Why do you have this long code? We just tried some stuff before you come here. So the Knight of Ghana. His name is the Knight of Ghana. Before you come here, we had like to solve some other stuff. So that's why we have that long code behind me. We are actually doing something, right? Try to pointer technique, it's better. That's good actually. That's really good. That might work, yeah. So merge and sorted arrays, that's this one you mean, yeah. Cool actually, that's a good one, yeah. And for removing duplicates, we have a set here. Someone asked, oh, I cannot show my finger. Somewhere over the duplicates there is the other one on top. I will hover over it right now with my mouse. Yeah, so this one here, a set will always return like let me show you what it does return. It doesn't return something clear. That's why I returned an array, a spreaded array. What we call by these 3 points here is spread an operator. So now if, let's say, if I just put this as a comment and I will go and return new set, basically it will look a bit ugly, and that's what I don't like. So if I go, why I open this in both, no, you know that one. Okay, let me save this one and then I'll quit this one and run it. Node challenge, yeah, so it returns this, and I don't like how it looks, kind of. So kind of like I like it this way. If I just return what it was, it's just an array that is understandable. So clear, and then this, right? 1, 2. Cool. After learning HTML, CSS, what is next? JavaScript, man. Are you not afraid of spaghetti code? I'm not. I write spaghetti code everywhere. Start with JavaScript to make learn React more easy. True. Yeah, that's a good one from Kubani. Tolumuchi Kubani. I try to say their names right. All right. So let's call it a day for coding. Let's keep answering questions, and then after 20 minutes I'll just leave. But yeah, thank you a lot really for all the support, and make sure to actually check my other Twitch and Kick ones. If you see the comments right now, I wrote a comment of async stack. That's where you will find me always with that name everywhere. And yeah, on Kick I'm trying actually to reach out to more people and maybe have more followers, because then I can activate subscriptions there as well, which is cool. Yeah, so you make sometimes the mistake to overwrite a value with something, but I do not see it instead. Then use TypeScript, right? TypeScript will not let you do that, and also use ESLint for letting you know when to switch to let for certain one. I am really open for collabs. I would really be happy to collaborate with anyone that is doing it. I'm not whispering, man. It's just that the mic is a bit far, or I don't want to like turn this into a what do you call that type of streaming? ASMR. I just have a problem with my voice. I'm a bit sick, I think. Yeah. And then I will get my keyboard and I will be like, hello, whatever. I mean, people are crazy with this ASMR stuff. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What else? Maybe try ASMR. It's new. Yeah, man. No, I would like to talk. I think, yeah, ASMR is cool, but yeah, whenever we are actually doing a big project, yeah, because I'm really sick now, it's hard for me even to stay in the screen for 2 hours. But when I'm regenerated and I feel like very cool, I will just start literally projects from zero, and we will go with this. And you know what? Please follow and keep up with me, because I'm going to do this everywhere. Take me up to 10k subscribers or followers. I mean followers, sorry, subscribers will seem like impossible to have, but yeah. And then I will try my best to kind of like stream every day for you guys, because that's my passion and that's what I want to do. I keep streaming and will be make a really big community, maybe create some plugins together. Vlad said, I suck at LeetCode. No solution comes to my mind when I read an exercise. How can I improve? For me, I chunk everything. So a guy asked me, actually, let me just get this, asked me, why do you put everything as a const? Which is, and now it comes to my mind why I do that. I basically put my solution into tubes. Let's say, for example, when I was a junior, I would say, hey, I need to remove duplicates. Let me go with a way to read the array, right? And then how can I split the array first? And then I will do like const splitted array. And this is literally how I do it, right? And then I will come here and say array.split, and I will stop there. I know I can change. I know that I can chain this with .join or whatever, or .reverse or whatever, but I will stop, and then I would say const array without, and W for camel cases, without duplicates, let's say, yeah, right? And I would do array dot for each now, and I would go like this, right? So for sure it's gonna be like a very bad solution, right? But this is how you get good at it with time, man. Like there is no secret remedy for all this stuff. Just with time it will be cool. Like with time you will be good, and you will thank me for that, because then when you try to butter up everything like that into like small pipes, and then you give them literal code, then nobody will say no to that. Nobody will say, oh man, this guy doesn't know how to write. No, they will be like, okay, he took 2 more steps, but it works, right? I would really follow you and thought about what wanna hold the zero. I don't want to understand what did you said, but yeah, please follow then. And if you have any questions, please DM me. I would answer all your questions, guys. Thanks. Yeah, Vlad, you're welcome. And yeah, I'm here if you have any questions also. But yeah, that's the way that I would approach problems. And do it, keep doing it. Yeah. Yeah, man, I will always be here. Tomorrow I'm here, after tomorrow I'm here, every day I'm here. So well, I'm doing this since last week now, so I'm starting new in this, and we have already 3,000 followers. So, like, wow, I'm like really surprised. And there is people that comes here and they negotiate and be like, no, you don't do it that way, you do it this. And I'm like, come on, chill, guys, what you need to do. And we fight over code, right? It's cool. And even though that you don't do code, like you can listen and you can think about it. I'm like, yeah, algorithmics, man. We are trying to solve a problem, and you can do it. Yeah. Fun space hit doctor. What is these names, man? I joined, but I can't understand what you are coding about. It's fine. Should try a bit of Kali hack. It's fun. Yeah, try some shells. Man, I hate Kali because before it was called Backtrack, I think, in the old days, 2009, 2008. And I really liked to have it like with all these tools that we're working with, it just like a click away. But then the Windows got so much better at actually security-wise, and then things became very, very ugly, like for us. Like you cannot do anything now to hack Windows. But funny enough, I did a reverse shell not so long ago, and it still works till now. Actually, I won't share it for sure. Don't ask me for that. But I can reverse shell anything, I think. Yeah, backtrack was shit. Everything there was shit. I think I remember even like doing Bifrost stuff, like Trojans. Anybody remember Bifrost? You needed like to install some no IP, I think, installer, and that no IP will give you an like whatever NGRock does now. It's like will give you a forward IP solution, and that forward IP solution will be the one that you will actually forward the people that you actually give the Trojan to, and then it will become very cool. Like not hacked at the time, but I had like 1,000 computers that I infected, and then I remember my 2 gigabyte RAM computer just stopped working at the time, and I had to delete everything. But I never hacked or looked at any of the data. I just looked at it as an achievement and was like, okay, that's beautiful. I now know how to hack. But that's not hacking. That's like reverse shelling, like that's like reverse engineering some of the stuff, like cracking stuff to get to what you want. But it's not like a big of a deal. It's just you're like a teen and you try to learn this stuff. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. What language is this? It's JavaScript. What's behind me right now is JavaScript. Yeah. Cool. I mean, everybody is in the chat is really having interesting stories, and I really like that because people are usually chill about coding and stuff like that, and you don't know how many geeks are in these apps like TikTok and Twitch and stuff like that, and everybody actually is more into coding and more into like learning how to do or build, or even if you are a gamer actually and you play Minecraft or wherever, you probably like serve the server for your friend once, so you did something related to coding and you didn't know, basically. Yeah. All right, I think I will stop here for today. Thank you all for being here. Honestly, tomorrow we will do it again, so be here, please follow, enjoy, and I would really love to have like topics before I go, so just type below what you want to see tomorrow so we can do it, right? And then let's see, tomorrow I can maybe continue with the other app that I built for React. It's a simple white noise app. Yeah, I can do some stuff there. Yeah, I'm looking for suggestions. The truth is AI codes everything. Man, why everybody's afraid of AI? Yeah, so tomorrow we will do React, as Vlad said. All right. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Honestly, I enjoyed it being with you guys, and I will be always trying to kind of like stream for you. And yeah, hopefully we go better. And yeah, happy coding, happy Friday, and good night, work day tomorrow. And Saturday we will just have 2 hours of stream, coding React also, and tomorrow as well. All right, thank you all. Thank you very much for this. Thank you for the support, for all the followers, for everybody who's here, and wish you a good night. Ciao, ciao. Let me go.